John Pomeroy from the University of Saskatchewan, also the chair of our new UNESCO water chair on water and climate change. John.
Thank you. It's a great delight to be here, and I want to set the scientific stage for the very important year we have ahead for us and other things. And I want to recognize UNESCO chair at the University of Saskatchewan, but also the Global Water Futures program, which has helped so much with this. I'll jump to it. Why are we here? The high mountains are where humanity, the atmosphere, our ecosystems, our snow, ice, and water all come together in the headwaters that provide water for over half of humanity's population. And how we have managed mountain water in our irrigation areas actually goes back to development of our civilizations around the world in thousands of years ago. And it will mark how we get through the imminent problems that are coming from global warming and development. I'm going to, instead of giving you a global overview, you've perhaps seen a lot of that at this pavilion, which is great. I'm going to show you what's happening this year. This year, the global temperatures exceeded 1.5 degrees Celsius for a few months in the summer, the hottest perhaps in 120,000 years. How did it go? Well, in the Canadian Rockies, not very well. We had snow melt a month earlier. We had snowpacks hundreds of millimeters below normal, and that was just the start. And this is a time when Banff National Park was about 4.5 degrees warmer than its historical average at this time of year, so getting very similar to some of the worst case scenarios for the end of the century. What did that do to the glaciers? Well, the glaciers started their snowmelt in late April instead of normally the June period when that happens. Peyto Glacier, which is an international hydrological decade glacier. It is also part of WMO's Cryosphere Watch, and it is contributed to the World Glacier Monitoring Service as one of the longest studied glaciers in the world. Had a very, very bad year, as it has had for the last few years. Its last positive mass balance was 23 years ago, and so losing hundreds of meters over just a few years, and close to 30 meters elevation drop due to ice melt. So our observations there are showing that Peyto, like many other glaciers around the world, is on the way out already. What happens downstream from this? Well, the Bow River at Banff drains the Canadian Rockies and provides water for a vast agricultural region of semi-arid agriculture in Western Canada. As you can see, the gray zone is the normal flows for that river. Blue is what happened this last year. Stream flow peaked a month early, then dropped below normal. Bow River Banff is as it comes out of the mountains. As it leaves the irrigation districts is the lower graph, where the flows were 1/10 of normal through much of the summer. These are the lowest stream flows ever recorded, and the records go back to 1909. So we have an unmitigated hydrological disaster for this region. It supplies food and irrigation and water supply for major cities throughout Western Canada. Also, these rivers flow north, some of them, and the Peace, Athabasca, Mackenzie flows were exceptionally low, leading to the lowest water levels ever recorded on Great Slave Lake, one of the world's giant freshwater bodies, and flows in the Mackenzie River so low that barges could not reach the Western Arctic settlements for their annual resupply. So our International Year for Glaciers Preservation, we absolutely need it, and we need to find solutions for this deglaciating future. The impacts may be more to the loss of snow than to the loss of glaciers, but the glaciers are the indicator of the change which is occurring, and permafrost is part of that mix as well. So solutions, one is we need observations. We need to be able to measure, or we cannot manage these changes. The INARCH is a program of the World Climate Research Program, and it's a network of 60 observatories around the world to help measure in high mountain systems changes to the cryosphere, snow ice, human systems, water systems. Predictions, I'll see if I can get this to these. This is a high resolution snow redistribution and melt model we developed at the University of Saskatchewan, running over millions of square kilometers in Western Canada and now Chile. Our ambition is to run this for the world. And we can provide predictions down to 50 meters in high mountain terrain, which is unprecedented. So it's predictions like that that will help us manage these things with forecasts of what's coming down the pipe. And working with people to protect, we have to engage for society, we have to influence policy, we have to make sure those solutions are suitable for communities and have full community engagement, including with indigenous communities. This is absolutely crucial. These solutions for food production are similarly crucially important and require long-term engagement with food producers downstream and with those high mountain communities that are so directly impacted. So we have a choice. We can choose the better future. We can observe, predict, or protect, or if we fail to mitigate and adapt. The artist Gennady Ivanov has visualized a very grim picture there of Dubai, rather underwater from the melt of global ice sheets, which is the next phase, the Greenland and Antarctic ice sheets after the mountain glaciers. So we can still turn that around and not have that future, and we have to make sure we do that. Thank you.